Hey everyone, we're here at Broken Bow Records and I'm joined by the girls from Runaway June. How are you girls?
Hello,
So
good.
It is good to see you.
Good to see you
I've
too.
been a big fan of yours for a long time, so
Thank
this
you.
is awesome to catch up.
Thank you.
CMA week has just kicked off, so this must be a busy time for you three.
Always.
Yeah,
Really is.
yeah. But we've been saying this, and we say this every day, honestly, not to be cheesy or anything, but like it's really good to be a part of it. Like even though we're super tired and we came from Tampa, like kind of a crazy run, but it's nice to be a part of it. We've watched it from a distance for so long and dreamed about doing this, so we're living the dream, people.
And you were at the SAC Awards last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about
Performed
that.
last
You got
night.
to perform, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about that.
Those are always so fun. This is the third or fourth year that we've been able to attend, and they just got like bigger and better this year, so it was really fancy and amazing, and they're such a tight little family, so just to get to celebrate songwriters with our friends is so fun. That's a really good event.
You've done some really cool performances recently because you did the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did a tribute to Katie Oslin.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that performance, because that must have been cool for you guys.
Gosh,
Oh my
just
gosh.
being a part of these types of events are huge for us because we're such fans of music and songwriters and some of the greats that came before us that influenced our songwriting still do. So that was, gosh, she's such a legend, and we got to play one of her biggest hits, and every single person in town was there, it seemed like. So having that opportunity is a little nerve-wracking, but such a high honor.
In terms of your music, I love your new EP. Like, it's been on
Thank you.
repeat
Oh,
for
thank
absolutely
you.
ages. And the new single, Buy My Own Drinks. Tell us a little bit about that, because it's full of sass, full of energy, girl power.
Are you
Yeah.
picked up on that? Yeah.
We've noticed a common theme in our music. Like, we have some pretty sassy songs. Oh my gosh, we just have so much fun playing that. I think it's just a great message. It's just like loving yourself and knowing that you don't need friends, you don't need a boyfriend, you don't need anyone except yourself to make you happy. And it's just a jam. Our band loves it. We have fun playing it.
Yeah.
It seems like people are reacting to it, so it's been fun.
And you wrote it with Hilary Lindsay and Josh Keir, and it's two of the very best in Nashville. So
Very
tell
best.
us, what is it about them that just brings the magic and makes it work?
Gosh, I don't
They're
know
so
what.
good.
So
They're
many
just so
things
good.
about them, but even them together, watching them, they're such pros. They've been doing this so longer than us, and they've probably got a few thousand songs under their belt over us. But just watching them know where they're needed and when a song needs what skill that they have, they can kind of just pull from all of these different areas of their expertise, and watching them kind of let us do our thing, and I feel like a good songwriter knows where they're needed, and they do that with such grace and poise, and they're just fun. Like, Josh brought in the idea, and Hillary's so musical. She's one of the most gifted people I've ever met. It was just a real experience.
And the new single's starting to get some love from country radio now, which
Yeah.
is really cool. And you've had two top 40 hits now, and there's a lot that's been said about females in country radio and things like that. But what's it been like from your experience to be a female act trying to get radio play?
I think it's hard right now in general for everybody, and I think that being a female, it's harder in some ways, and it's also better in some ways, because it helps you to stand out a little bit, but it is still an uphill climb for us. But we're coming in at a good time where there have been a few females that really broke through in a major way in the last couple years, so like Marion or Kelsey or whoever. So I think it's a good time for us, but it's definitely a lot of work for just any new act. There's just so many people out there making music, so it's hard to
Yeah,
find
and
a
that is
place.
that's not an answer to sound vanilla or to say that we don't have, an out view on what, there certainly is a problem that we see. But just to piggyback on what Hannah said, it's really tough in our format right now because there's a lot of playlists that are crunching down just because of the way people consume music. So it's really tough for people to want to take chance on new music in general. But there
it's
definitely
crazy,
is a
though?
problem that we see it, but it's shifting.
I think it was last week or the week before, there were 3 women in the top 50 songs, and one was Sugarland, so it was a guy-girl duo. And I was just thinking about it, I'm like, gosh, that's crazy. It's like a little over 1% is women, which is way too low. But so that's daunting looking at it, but then it's also like, wow, we're out there. We're like knocking on the door to be
Yeah.
top 50, so it's like really cool to be a part of it now, because we're like, we get to have a chance to change that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what everybody's talking about, is changing it. And so we're in country music at a cool time.
And for someone to look at the chart and see, 3 or 4 females and one of them is Runaway June, it's like
awesome.
kind of surreal thinking.
Yeah. It's obviously a big help having a big record label behind you as well. So what's it been like to be a part of the Broken Bow family?
A family is
I was
like
gonna say there's such a family.
Yeah, that's like you said that, and I'm like, that word really rings true because it is like a family. And even within the label has different smaller labels, and I even feel like, VPs from another label are helping us, and we help, the way when we can, and all of us artists bond together, and I just feel like it's a really big team. And
even today, like, we haven't been in the label in a while because we've been traveling so much, and every single office we poke our head in and it's like, hey! Yeah. I mean, it just seriously feels like a big reunion. It's like we're such a close little family, and everybody's friends, everybody's fighting, even the artists, like, everybody's fighting for each other. It's just, I think we haven't been on another label, but I just think it's probably different than other labels where it's just so close.
This label has the guns behind it, like a big label, but it doesn't have the same size of roster and the same, massive feel to it, to where you feel like you'll get lost in the shuffle. So I feel like that's the best of both worlds. We're so grateful to be a part of this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And just going back to the EP, I love your cover of Dwight Yoakam's Fast
Ah,
and
thank
Furious.
you.
It's awesome. So tell us how that came about and why you decided to record that.
Gosh, well, we've been playing that live for the last couple of years, and we have so much fun. It's our favorite time in the set. Our band loves it, and so we kind of just started feeling like it was our song, even though it's not. It's Dwight's song.
But it's cool to hear it from a female perspective as well.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
And it's kind of like has that sassiness that we like, and coming from a female. And our just dream would be if we could sing that with Dwight one day. That would be pretty cool.
It is so much fun. It's like a point in the set that the band just starts rocking out, and everyone in the crowd is kind of like, oh, we remember this one, but it has like nostalgia, and they really like get into it. Everybody loves it.
We played that last night at the CSAC.
Yeah.
It's like anytime we get an opportunity, even if it's only 2 songs, we're like, we're gonna play Fast as Eden. So,
Yeah, because everyone does this little like cock to their head, going like,
what?
oh, okay, this totally works as a woman's song. It's better. It's better, Dwight. It's better from us.
And if I really had to pick a favourite from the EP, it would be I Am Too. That's my personal favourite. And that was obviously written by Busby, Corey Crowder and Liz Rose.
Yeah.
So tell us how that song came to be yours and why you connected with it so much.
Pure luck.
And I was going to say, speaking like you just said from a female male, it was a guy demo singer on that song when they played it for us. So it was written for a guy.
Wow.
And so that's like really interesting.
Yeah,
But it takes a totally different tone when it's a woman being. You
Yeah.
don't hear women a lot being just kind of like, I'm sorry, I messed up. I'm not even asking for you back because it was like it's so far gone, but I just wanted you to know that. It's like just a very I don't know. You just don't hear that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's one that when we heard it, we all were like, oh my gosh, we have to have that song. They're like, all right, well, it's on hold for 3 different male artists, and we're like, well, we have to get it.
Wow.
So they had to fight for that one, but they gave it to us. So we're really
told
lucky
them,
to have it.
we were like, we will cut that song this week if you give it to us. So it's up to the writers. For everybody who doesn't know, it's their ultimate decision who gets it. And so our A&R woman went to them and she said that Runaway June's going to cut it this week if you can have it. And all the writers, we've talked to them since, and they've heard the song, and they were like, we never thought about it from a girl's perspective, but now that we hear it, we're like, oh my gosh, it's so much. It was meant for a girl. Immediately when we heard it, we were like, no, this song is meant for a woman. And it goes over really well. Our fans are really responding to that song. And it's fun to play. It feels good.
And you know what's crazy? Sirius XM just started playing it this weekend.
I know.
And I had so many
Yeah.
people like send me pictures, like they happen to be in the car, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this song's so
Yeah, the fact that
good."
that's on the radio, like
I
the people
know.
heard that on the radio, is
That's
so
awesome.
wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What's the process for you 3 when you're choosing these outside songs? Because you must get so many that are pitched to you specifically. So what do you connect with in a song that makes you think we have to record that?
We really
Feel,
yeah.
I think. I mean, with that day, we had gotten played so many songs that, like Naomi says this sometimes, it's like in a perfume store, you've smelled so many scents you don't even know what you're smelling anymore. And so that's how we felt at the end of the day, and it was like one of the last songs they played. And the second we heard it, we were like, oh my gosh, we love that played again.
I
And
honestly
all
think that
3 of
was
us,
the very
Yeah,
last
yeah,
song.
it probably
Yeah.
was. And we all 3 had the same reaction, and we know when all 3 of us feel that, then there's something there.
And we 3, we've been doing this a while together now and been on the road for so long. We've been writing so much music together that we're all really on the same page of what we're looking for, what we need, what our strengths are, what kind of music we like, what we need to say next. So I think having that vision together as a band and staying in that kind of hive mindset is so important when you're looking for songs. Because it's funny, if you're ever in the room with us when we're at a pitch meeting, we kind of just like, we'll all pass on one, or
we all just look at each other and just do a little nod and we go,
yeah. And there'll be every once in a while, one of us will really like one, and then the other two will be like, well, we'll listen to it again, but it's never like way outside of the box.
Yeah.
I will say too, it's getting harder because I feel like every pitch meeting we do, we're getting pitched like better and better songs, so it's getting harder because there's so many where we're like, we like that too, or like maybe it's not for us, but I at least want to copy that to listen to in my car. Like it's just like it gets hard because you get pitched so much good stuff.
And for everybody listening who doesn't know what a pitch meeting is, it's when all the publishers take all the music that their songwriters have been writing for months and years, and we're lucky enough to be in that room, and they'll pitch us, anywhere from 10 to 100 songs that we get to listen to, some of the best songs that have been written. So that's what that is, a pitch meeting. They pitch them to us.
Yeah. So what's the long-term plan for you three in terms of new music? Are you working towards a full album project in the near future?
Yeah.
We were just scheduling it out this morning.
Yeah. We're hoping to have it done by the Carrie tour next May.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about that.
We've got some really fun songs coming up. So yeah, we can't wait to get them done. We've been working on this project a long time. And so that's a top priority for us this next year, is getting that sucker finished.
And Jen, you just mentioned the Carrie tour. Tell us about that, because that is a huge opportunity for you three. And Maddie and Tay as well.
Oh God,
it's gonna be a great tour.
Love those girls.
It's so great too. Carrie is just amazing in every way. I mean, she's our idol, and like Naomi says, she's kind of like our Dolly Parton of the day. But speaking about like females on country radio, it takes people like her stepping out and being like, hey, I'm gonna pave the path for you, and I'm gonna lift you up. And I think it's so cool that she's doing that, because she doesn't have to be doing it. But at the same time, she's like, I didn't choose you because you're females. I chose you because you're the best act to open up for me. So she's doing it in like the classiest way, going, hey, like there's a problem, but I'm not bringing these girls on because they're female. I'm bringing them on because they're good. And I think if more people were like her, it would really help change the problem. Yeah.
And you got everybody in the Christmas spirit on Friday, and you released Sleigh Ride.
We got in the Christmas spirit. We filmed a little video for it that'll come out later at a more appropriate time. But it was so funny because it's like we had like Santa hats and little trees and this whole shoot, and it was like I didn't even tell you guys, literally the entire rest of the day I listened to Christmas music, like the whole day, because I was like, I got so in the vibe. I like went and got a peppermint latte. I was like, I'm ready to go. And then I woke up, I was like, oh, it's still Thanksgiving.
I'm ready to party.
Yeah, we got fully into the vibe.
That one was so fun to record. We wanted to do something that people don't normally record, because a lot of people do the same songs, and our favorites are the really old traditional Christmas songs, but we wanted something that was, that was a little bit more fun, that people don't hear all the time. And recording it was really a challenge. Actually, that song's really challenging to sing. I don't know if we even really thought about it until we started diving in. We were like, oh, okay, this is going to require some work. But it was fun to get all those little harmony parts, and just having a Christmas song. It's totally new for us, this experience. So we don't know what's going to happen, where it's going to go, but it's been fun.
And just before we finish, girls, I'm sure, as you know, there's a lot of fans in the UK who would love to see you over.
We want to see you too.
I know.
So, is there anything in the pipeline? Would you like to come over and play for us?
Oh my gosh, we would love to.
We've been like dying to come over there. Yeah.
We might be playing C2C. So just
we're
working on it right now.
We'll know soon. They're kind of like working out the
all
details.
of our friends have been over to the UK and Australia, and they just come back with the best stories and just feeling so uplifted, and they're like, those fans are the best. They know every single word to deep cuts of your records. They listen. And so we're just so excited to experience that with everybody. We love you too. We are coming very, very soon.
And actually, I never thought about this, but one of the first gigs I ever played was in the UK.
Really?
I was 18 and I played at the Dog and Fox.
Is this the tennis?
Yeah. My ex-boyfriend was a tennis player named Bob Bryan, and he has a twin brother named Mike, and we were all in a band. And so at Wimbledon, we played the show at the Dog and Fox. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was
maybe the Dog and Fox will have us back Fox.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's going to be your first gig together.
Are they
Yeah.
still there? Is that place still there?
Shout out to the Dog and Fox.
Dog and Fox, we love you.
I haven't, no.
It's in
Never
Wimbledon
been.
Village.
I'll check it out. I'll do
I
my
hope
research.
it's still there. That would be fun
We'll
to go
see you
back.
there.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you girls at C2C. They would
Yeah.
absolutely love you there.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll catch up with you very, very soon.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
So-
When we
Thank
come
you
out
so
there,
much.
for sure.